Hey everyone. So this video is for the ones that voted on the Facebook Brilliant Directories help group on Ria's group there. And the most voted question, or basically the video that they voted most there, was to create a homepage featured member of the day based on the top category. Uh, that's a cool thing there. So we got a featured member of the day based on top category. Okay, so I'm assuming, and we're gonna try to create that dynamically, but I'm guessing statically will also work, that either you, the owner of the site, set the member every day, or it dynamically sets the member for you every day and it changes that based on the top category that they have. Now, when I read the question, I also thought, what would happen if your site has only one top level category? So this video is going to be a little bit longer, but it's also going to include the option of you, instead of setting it based on the top category, it's also set on the subcategory. Not the sub because most sites actually that goes way too deep. It can be done, but the video will be even longer there. But it will be for the sub one. So this is my testing site. I'm guessing, I mean, you can see the widgets that we've done here so far, and the other videos with them. Here's the spammers that join my site. Mwahaha. And they've selected right now. This is the default BD one. They selected the top level category physician here, engineer there. Let me see what else here. Professor. Okay. So now we want to clone this, and obviously also rename the title for that specific top category that you'll be addressing, or that specific subcategory that you'll be addressing there. So first we gotta create the layout for this. Good thing for everybody, when I was working on BD, on Brilliant Directories, as a senior developer there, I was one of the ones that actually recreated this whole thing, and that's why you have a lot of nice options here. So first, we need to set up the rules for this. I want to make sure that they all have images, so it looks nice. For that, you go to Design Settings, Homepage, Set Content to Display. This part. So this is a cool thing. BD extended what I did there for the widgets, for the streaming widgets, and they added the options here. Okay, so you do get, I would say, some of the options. Exactly, this is what I wanted to see. Display additional information, so it is showing the top level category. I'm assuming if I click sub-level category, it's going to change to sub-level categories. Hopefully. I'm just double checking everything is working correctly, so for the video purposes. Beautiful. Medical doctor. Pam, pam, pim, pim. This one still says engineer. I'm guessing it doesn't have a sub-level category. Um, but okay, let's play around with the top level one. Okay, let's assume that for now, your site uh, has multiple top level categories instead of one. For now. So we're gonna go here. Let's go to Toolbox, Widget Manager. Let's see how that baby looks. Yeah, this was a fun project when I was working on BD. A lot of the ideas that the actual widget has actually came from you guys, you, the BD owners. So that's why I was able to extend everything here. Um, okay, so cool there. Cool. Not cool. I mean, if you have an old site, you you would have seen here created by Luis Alvarado, basically myself, and then other developers actually helped and enhance this. So that's not cool. Removing the credits. Uh, there's like a rule in software development: give credit where credit is due. So they remove the credits there. I'm guessing they remove it on the other ones too. Well, that sucked. But at least they ordered this. Actually, this was me too. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, so I gotta explain a couple of things that everybody has now here. I can see there's new code. Like this is not me. Um, what happens if I type my name here? Just to double check. Oh man. Oh, that's not cool. That's sad. Whew, I was not expecting that. Exactly. So you would see something like this. See? And then because yeah, it was the main one redesigning the whole thing, but other developers actually helped and pitched in to enhance this for you guys, for you, the video owners. But anyway, coming back to this, um, let me see. The rules are that it's homepage feature member of the day based on top category. So we have to add the top category here, a specific top category, by the way. So we are going to create that top category here. Uh, mm, let's just call it top category ID, for example. And then in a second, we'll put in an actual number there. Not for now, but um, let me see, everything looks nice and neat. Show member profession. Mhm. Oh, just in case this, even though you don't see it on the back end here, okay? This is to control how many characters it shows for each specific type of text. So for example, the hotel management company, let's say that you don't want that much characters. You can lower that amount or increase that amount here. So this is for the member name. If they're a company, the company name. If the service name is very long, that's what this is for. And if the location is very long, that's what this is for. So if you like lower this to, let's say 10, let me just save. So at least you can get an idea of things that you can do here um, inside the actual widget. Let's refresh the cache. How sad. And here you can see, it limits that. Limits that here, limits that there. Um, I don't think it limited this here, but maybe because of the changes that they did there. Let me go back here and let me put that again as big as it was. So I think it was 30 here and 30 there or something like that. So in order to put a rule that, hey, we want to make sure that they're in this specific top level category. Here you can see this thing here. And this is for the top level category. This professional ID will have the ID of the profession of a top level category. So if we wanted to say, for example, let me double check the top level categories here. If we want, okay, so if we wanted to say that, no, I only want to show the top, uh, 3 results or 6 or whatever results, if they're engineers, okay, ID 3. Before I customize this, let me check something here real quick. I want to see if that option is here. Would be cool to have it here, so you don't need me or a developer to customize it. Can I specify this? I can. Okay, there's no way to specify. Okay, so doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We want to specify that it has to be the top level category 3. So for that, we would say here, where's the where? There's the where. So I'm on line 73, just in case, and I'm just gonna say this. Profession ID equals 3. That's all that I'm saying. If I do that, it will only show engineers. It will only show engineers. And by the way, it will only show engineers that have images because of the rules in the backend. So here you can see that, oh, they all have images. Okay, so they're all engineers. Now, we want to add, okay, so right now it's based on the top category. Okay, so this site will change to, top engineers of the week or the day or something like that. but because of the um, the most voted poll question there, which was homepage featured member, not plural, singular. That means that we got to make sure that there's only um, one member there. Okay? So to limit that, I mean, you could limit that on design settings, but I don't want to touch it because maybe for other streaming widgets that use the member um, um, this same member recent members widget, maybe you don't want to limit that. So I just want to limit it to this specific widget. Okay. So for that specific one, there's this here. Okay. There's this here. So max items, it's there, and I know max items. I put it like that. So what we're gonna do is just say max items equals 1 here. That's it. It should work. Let me refresh here, and then you got 1. Now, now we need to make sure that it only shows the top one. I mean, it only shows that featured member of the day in a dynamic way. So there's the engineer, the top level category one, and now we want to make sure that he's the feature one of the day, dynamically speaking. Because if it's gonna be static, meaning that you have to do it, then I would, for example, you would create this here, user ID, and then you would put the ID of the user here, and then where we put this here, you would literally just say, actually, you don't even need to do the thing at the top. You would just do this. The user ID equals whatever ID you want to put there for that member. And that will work for forever until you change it. But that would mean that you have to change it every day, every 24 hours, which is very annoying. What I want to do, again, I'm a system engineer. I try to automate every process that's possible to be made automated. Um, so here we got this here, and this is the one that I was looking for. So we want to, let me double check everything here. I don't know. There's some like additional stuff here. So what I'm going to do is the following. I'm going to get this out of there. Just I'll put it here so I can have more control over it. Okay. And then that's the order by ran. But ran is going to randomly create that every time. I'm going to leave it like this. Okay. So now it's going to randomly change this every time I refresh the page. So here's my wife. If I refresh, I get somebody else. And then if I refresh, I get somebody else, and so on and so forth. You don't want that. You want a member that stays there at least 24 hours. So there's a quick trick for all you database administrators. You can pause the video, take a second, think what I would put here so that the random seed that is created lasts 1 day, just 1 day. So pause the video. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Put the current date. Current date. Yeah. We put the current date. That's it. That was all. Oh my god, my brain blown. We put the current date, and it's obviously that's going to be a seed for the RAN, and because the current date is not going to be changing, it will always show the same member for 24 hours. So, for example, today is this guy. He's an engineer, and this is the feature member of the day, the feature engineer of the day. And if I refresh, it shows that member again. If I refresh, it shows that member again. If I refresh, then I'm going crazy here. Oh yeah. So now that we got this here, for the title part, because my eye is twitching if I keep seeing the default title. It's here around line 244. So here would be, it would say something like a featured engineer of the day. Okay, we save that, and we're still not done. We're still not done because there's another issue here. I'm gonna refresh and you're gonna see featured engineer of the day. Yeah, but it's not centered. It's not centered. So let's address that. So here we're going to first we're gonna make sure that this is centered. And also we gotta make sure that this box is also centered. So I'm gonna edit. I'm just gonna do it live here. Okay. So let me see if this. Oops. We got what? We got 4. So we're talking about 4 too there. Okay. Let me copy this baby here. And I gotta look for that baby. Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? Oh wow. Okay, there it is. Is this the correct one? I think so. Right? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Let's refresh. Okay, so that won't work. And this one is not moving. It's not moving. So, um, let me see. Text center. I don't know. I don't see anything. Maybe this streaming title is making it. I don't see anything breaking. Oh, it was the streaming title. Lol. Okay, so I'm guessing you guys need to remove the streaming title, which is somewhere in here. Here it is. Just remove this. I don't know. If you want to leave it to the left, go forth. If you want to center it like this, you at least you have that option. Okay, so you got feature engineer of the day. Awesome, awesome, beautiful, beautiful. We got that one there done, and that is for one widget. If you wanted to create another one, you will need to copy this widget. Okay, obviously rename it, and then you go to settings, design settings, and you put it here. I mean, after you copy the name of the widget. You gotta select content to display, and typically here in the custom content one, you can paste as many widgets as you want so that you have multiple here. Feature engineer of the day, feature physician of the day, feature something, 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 something. Assuming you want to do it like that. Okay. That covers literally the question: homepage featured member of the day based on top category. So if I come tomorrow to this site, it will be another member, another engineer that will show here. Okay, so we did the top category one. To do the subcategory, we have to change a little bit, something there a little bit. So for the subcategories, first I gotta check who is or who has uh, subcategories. So let's go to the sub level, and you can only see 2 here, and they're both in okay in physicians. Okay, physician. So let me just, I mean, if we're gonna do subcategories, then I actually don't even need this. There's only one. I mean, you could put here, um, you could put the that same line there. Then give me a second. Sorry. You could put this here and then just say professional ID, the ID of the physician, which is 1. But because physician is the only one that has sub-level categories, we really don't even need this. Okay? So that's for cases where there's only one top level category. You don't even need this because the moment that you say that you're looking for people that have a sub level category, it's only gonna be that top level category one. So for the sub levels, we do need to change more things here. So I'm gonna start clearing up a lot of garbage here. We let's skip this part here. Let's skip the one where we actually mentioned one member. Let me save it. Well, actually, let me do something else here. I want to avoid confusion with the title. So feature physician for now of the day. Um, and I want to remove that centering stuff that I put here. Basically, I'm putting it almost back to the original one, almost. Let me refresh. It should show several of them. There we go. And it's showing everybody from everywhere. So now we're gonna do the following. We're gonna tell the system, hey, I only want you to show me people that have subcategories. And then we'll say which specific subcategory, and then we'll do the whole feature member of the day, like one person for that subcategory. Um, so first we gotta create the database relationships in the query here. So we need to add several tables actually. So list profession as LP, list services as LS, and rel services, which is the one that's gonna that's RS. That's the one that creates the relationships between the subcategories and the actual user. So I did it like this because users, their profession ID, their top category is saved here. The subcategories are the relationship between the subcategories and the top categories is done here. And then the actual relationship between the user and those subcategories is here. I could skip both of this and just do it directly like that, but that will force you to put the ID of the category up here somewhere. Okay. I don't want to do that. I want to give you some options there. So we have this baby here, and now we're going to put the rules. The rules are going to be the following. Um, we're going to say profession ID equals LP profession ID. And then we're going to say the LP service ID equals the LS service ID. Wait, LP? What? Hmm. Give me a second. This is LS. Service ID. No, not this one yet. Give me a second. I made a boo-boo there. It's the profession here. ID. That equals the LS profession ID. Or the master ID. Well, I forgot right now. I'll check it out in a second. And then the L service ID, I know this one equals the RS service ID over here. Okay. Before I do a boo-boo here, let me go to the database. So we're boo-boo free. I'm going to go to the list services table. Okay, the list services table. Bloop. Okay, so it's the yeah. Okay, we got the master, which is the professional ID, so we're good. Everything was good. Okay. Okay. How do I test if this is gonna be working? I just save it and just refresh the page. If it breaks, I gotta check what happened there. If it still shows this information, actually, if it only shows the members that have the information, that the subcategories, then it would show somebody here. Obviously, something broke. Let's check what that was. We got UD profession ID equals the LP profession ID. Oh, list professions. There we go. Okay, let's double check that there now. Refresh. Okay, so we got results. Now, we want to do it with the subcategories. So we want to tell it, hey, you are going to only show me members. Let's see in which subcategory they're supposed to be in. Only members. Okay, we got 4 here. So ID 4. ID 4. Just remember that ID there. We go here in the code and we say where parameters this and that, and then here we say n ls service ID equals 4. That means that it will only show medical doctors. I mean, members that have medical doctors there. Okay, let me check what's happening here. Maybe I missed something. Let me see the relationships. Yeah, thought so. Yeah, I missed one really important one. To tell the user's data table how it relates to this specific table. Or else everybody that matches this is gonna show, it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna show the wrong ones. You see? Yeah. So refresh this. Now it's forced to only show members that are actually, yeah, that are actually in the subcategory of medical doctors, meaning 4. Okay, so we got the 4 there. Okay. Now we've made it so it shows the feature medical doctors. You can change the title later. And now we want to only show one, and one only in that specific subcategory. So just leave this here. Oops, sorry. Leave that there. And we enable the limit of 1 here that we just commented out before. In theory, that should show one medical doctor, I mean one specific member in one specific subcategory. And we just refresh. And it should show 1. But here's the thing, remember the randomness lasts 24 hours. So at least today. So it will always show the same member. Now, again, we want to center that. So remember the code that we put here somewhere. Somewhere over the rainbow. Wait. Let's put it like this. Save that. And I'm doing it like this so you can then clone this widget and rename it, put it in the custom content in the design settings, and then you can create your own thing there. Okay, but now you've learned how to do it with the top category, how to do it with the subcategory, which is a little bit more complicated. And if you do not want to be like scrolling down and looking for, like in this case, the subcategory it's all the way here. You're like, oh, I don't want to mess with that. Then do this. Subcategory ID. Okay, we copy that. We go all the way up here. Let's put it here. Let me remove that one. And here's where we say 4. Same thing. And now, instead of you having to scroll down, you just go here, you put the number 4 there. So it tells them, okay, I want the feature medical doctor of the day, which is a subcategory. And that's it. It works. Hopefully, then this answered not just the feature member of the day based on top category, but also on subcategory, and also independently if they have a top category in general or not, because if you remove the category part and you put that randomness there, then you've also created, like if you leave this max items here, and if you leave the special random that we just created here, and you remove everything related well, to categories, okay, in general, like that, you leave it like that, and you remove all this, like you put the original code there, like that, like it was, um, and that's about it. Yeah, we refresh. What do you think is going to happen? It's going to show you the feature member of the day. The feature member of the day. Doesn't matter what they are. It's a feature member of the day. And it's Elite Truck Rental. There we go. So today is Elite Truck Rental. And tomorrow is going to be, I don't know, somebody else there. So you've created in a single video, you being able to learn how to do the feature member of the day, the feature member of the day based on the specific top category, and the feature member of the day based on a subcategory, and it lasts for 1 day. Okay, if you wanted to do it for a week, hint, the only thing that you gotta change is something here. If you want to see who would show tomorrow, for example, you could also do something like this. So you add 1 day to the date, and that would make it so it tells you who's gonna show tomorrow. So tomorrow is gonna be Ward Family Law, another lawyer there. Let's just clear that up so you can. Actually, this is a good way of validating what I was talking about. Tomorrow it was going to show this member, but today is back to Elite Truck Rental. See? So hope this video helped everybody with that first top voted question for the video, or requested video there. And as always, think positive, big hugs to everybody, and love you.